Hello everyone, my name is Timo Ayan. I'm a junior architect in Paris, and today I want to share with you my personal review of a bestseller book called Limitless by Jim Kwik. First I'm going to briefly present the author, then give a short summary, and finally I will explain how the book impacted my life. Stay tuned. Well, that's a great question. The book is presenting us with methods to tap into our potential and learn faster. And Jim believes that by following these advices, anyone can become limitless and achieve so much more than what he thought is possible. This is an empowering book for everyone out there who wants to grow as a person and create positive momentum in his life. Well, Jim Kwik is an expert in memory improvement, brain optimization, and accelerated learning. He's the CEO and founder of Kwik Learning, which coaches students, seniors, entrepreneurs, and educators. His corporate clients include Google, Virgin, Fox Studios, and many more. Every year, his speeches reaches more than 200,000 people and attract millions of views online. And his podcast, Kwik Brain, is one of the best educational training shows on iTunes. Though having this impressive curriculum, Jim is very humble and honest about what he does and why he does it. Personally, I only know him from his podcast videos and the book, but that is the feeling I get when listening to him. He's an introvert with a mission of helping people grow. So, without any further ado, let's dive into my review. To talk a bit about the content, the book is about Jim's method to becoming limitless through unlimiting your mindset, motivation, and methods. It is rich in keywords like belief, focus, habits, or method that all relate to growth. The book is divided into 5 big chapters or parts. First one is about freeing your mind or preparing it for learning. Second, third, and fourth parts are about the Limitless method, and they respectfully address the mindset, motivation, and methods that you need to improve in order to learn anything faster. And the last part talks about the reward of cultivating this knowledge and how to put it into use. So what is a limitless person? Is it like in the famous movie, someone who can do superhuman tasks? Well, not quite. Limitless in the book means to believe that you can do so much more than what you think you're capable of. Well, a common example of a limitless person would be Roger Bannister, the first man ever to run a mile in under 4 minutes. And the particular thing about this story is that science used to think that it was impossible for a human being to do it, and that the physical strain of the task would break down the body. Well, until Roger came one day and did it. He was part of the few people who still believed in their limitless abilities. Well, interesting thing is that shortly after he broke the record, many people did, because in people's minds, it wasn't impossible anymore. And in the same way, Jim thinks that we can learn anything if we just learn how to learn, or meta-learning. Well, one of the reasons I'm doing this video actually is to answer to a question asked by Jim, saying what is the one thing you will do to make reading this book a more active experience. And among the things that I did, I decided to do a review about it on YouTube. And I would give this advice to anyone. Read it as if you had to make a review about it, because it makes you more focused and you ask better questions overall. Still on the active experience idea, and through your reading, you will stumble upon questions that Jim calls quick start questions. They are meant to make you reflect about what you are reading and remember better. So basically, Jim is trying to make this an active reading experience rather than a passive one. He wants you to interact with the material. And there is this quote in the book that I like. Jim says that learning is not a spectator sport. Learning is not a spectator sport. Through the book, Jim is truly remarkable at staying committed to his cause. His philosophy, ideas, and actions all point to a certain direction, which is to help you unlock your true potential and become limitless. That means no flattering or presenting us with ideas that we can't prove. He shows you the difficult path he had to take to fix his brain from an injury. He gives you the techniques he had to elaborate to completely change his life. Through the book, he insists that genius leaves clues, which I like a lot because as with magicians, there is always a trick or a clue that if you can follow, you can do it also. So that's why he insists on the fact that anyone can do what successful people are doing. We don't need to be gifted or geniuses to have a super memory or a sharp mind. We only need to work on our mindset, motivation, and methods to do stuff that we thought was impossible for us. Well, Jim is also a science geek and has a lot of friends from the scientific community, so a lot of what he talks about is backed with studies from experimented people. And what I like about that is that sometimes you can come across common knowledge, but you get the science behind it, which makes you understand whatever that is much better. For example, through the book, he talks about how distractions reduce our focus, but then he will give you a study from the University of College London where they show that distraction is actually reducing the size of your ACC, which is your anterior cingulate cortex, which is the part of the brain responsible for focus. And the next time you are multitasking, you can't ignore the fact, and that is that you are harming your brain. If you're someone with big dreams and aspirations who deeply knows that she or he can be much more, but you need the first push, the momentum to start your self-improvement journey, then this book is genuinely for you. This book can make you reflect on the limiting beliefs and fears that have been holding you down. The material of the book is written in a simple and precise manner. It helps the reader stay focused on the core ideas and have time to reflect and ask questions about the content. The ideas are very clear, and every idea is quickly backed with solid content. And aside from the simplicity of the language used, there is the simplicity of the approach. Jim is focused on offering you the few tips that have the most reward, hoping to guide us to the gems or the valuable ideas that will set in motion a positive momentum to start our own journey. The short answer is, in lots of ways. I rediscovered that sense of possibility is still open in front of me. While growing up, we tend to manage our expectations, we tailor them to specific realistic goals, and the main impact this book had on me was to open my eyes once again to the endless possibilities ahead, giving me tips on how to change my limiting habits and proving me that I can do much more with my time. While working as an architect was already time consuming, and I didn't think that I could add something else. But I also wanted to start a YouTube channel talking about growth and productivity. And here I am, thanks to this book. Or this book was one of the reasons, at least, that I decided to go for it. I think that we have to keep in mind that there is no information or idea that will completely change our lives effortlessly. As Jim would say, knowledge is not power. Knowledge times action is power. And that effort can seem scary at first unless you learn how to learn. And if you're interested in that, then this book is a must-read for you. Jim's approach is well researched, simply explained, and divided into small steps that you can easily follow to start your journey. Well, that was it for me, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video and that you now have a better opinion about this book. If you did, then please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'll be putting videos every week for everyone out there who's interested in personal growth and productivity, so stay tuned. Once again, thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.